By now, the word mystery has appeared several times in Nagel's article. Most recently, it appears at the end of paragraph 22. Nagel writes, "If mental processes are indeed physical processes, then there is something it is like, intrinsically, to undergo certain physical processes. What it is for such a thing to be the case remains a mystery." Something like this thought occurs again and again throughout philosophical work on consciousness. The idea that there can be something it's like, that there can be a certain feel, a conscious point of view, built into being a mere hunk of matter is, for many people, totally mysterious. The question is, what conclusion should we draw from this? In paragraph 23, Nagel is very clear. It would be a mistake to conclude that physicalism must be false. It would be truer to say that physicalism is a position we cannot understand because we do not at present have any conception of how it might be true. This is a very interesting idea, and Nagel goes on to explore it. After all, the words "consciousness is a physical process" seem very clear, so what could he mean by saying that we cannot understand physicalism? Keeping this question in mind, I'd like you to read paragraphs 23 through 28. This will take you most of the way through page 448. Along the way, Nagel gives another example of a claim that seems clear, but that, in his sense, many, or at least most of us, don't understand. Namely, the Einsteinian claim that all matter is really energy. Inspired by this example, I'd like you to try to come up with your own. Ideally, it should be something from science that we believe to be true, but in Nagel's sense, most of us don't understand. Once you've got your own example, write it down in response to the next question, and be sure to explain why you think that in Nagel's sense this is something most of us don't understand. We'll talk about these examples in class. Finally, you'll see that Nagel seems to think that we have some evidence that physicalism is true, even if he thinks we can't understand it. But Nagel doesn't cite any evidence in particular. What do you think? Do you think that we have any evidence that physicalism is true? If so, what do you think that evidence is? What do you think Nagel thinks it is? We'll return to this question in class.